Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen up, right? Everything is green and nice. Um, right? Everything is looking good so far. Generally right now you are in the final moments of buying altcoins, right? That is just the reality, right? In general, it does not matter where you would have really bought in the last few days. Of course, there's certain days where you could have got a premium price, a better discount, right? Near the end of December, early January, right? There's some good prices. Also, near like the 20th to like the 24th, there are some good, Christmas deals happening, right? We had on the Friday 20th, we had a huge dump to the 290 billion market cap zone. And you know what? We have broken out of this range officially, which does indicate, bears being taken out, right? Bears being taken out. We all know, though, this price action was short term, right? We can see over here, we had a top, and then, the 9th of December, we crashed. Then we started to pull back. And I said, guys, listen, man, I think we are going to be going lower, right? Multiple days of rejection. And then we can see a couple days later, we crashed. And then, like I said, on the 20th, we had a huge dump, which was also a very big retest, right? When I put this out and I go, let's say on the monthly, right, we can see a very big retest because this was off of this monthly support over here, right? And it just everything aligned perfectly, right? We also filled in some imbalance, but generally, there were already indications that things were going to bottom out over there. I did talk about how there could be a potential, retracement into this wick over here at roughly 300 billion market cap. We did never get that, correct? We did never get that. We got this bottom here, then we got these bottoms, and then we did create a higher low, which I did talk about as well. And then we can see we broke through this whole zone, right? A couple days ago, we broke through this whole zone, and we're just getting more and more confirmation that we are going to be continuing up. We can see in terms of support and resistance, we are, respecting this area. We are respecting this area. And we are on a new weekly. The last weekly was pretty good. It was pretty solid, even though there's still holidays. And I expect overall general momentum to be going out. I still think there could be another opportunity of, getting shaken out. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as the last time, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the market makers are going to try to be manipulating us because, right at this current moment, we are pretty much, if compared to last cycle, right, we had the tops and then we retested the tops. We are somewhere in between this zone, right? Where we retested and then went back down. And we can see on the weekly, right? We can see that this was ranging between 76 billion market cap and 52 billion market cap. And we can see for many weeks, there were many wicks, right? There were many wicks. So it wasn't just a clean break to the upside. It was not just a clean break. So that's what I'm saying. We probably will still have one or two more pullbacks, but with each pullback, is going to pull back less and less because we are generally going to be looking to create higher highs, right? If we do pull back, we could pull back possibly to this weekly institutional candle, roughly at 340 billion market cap, right? Retest this level, right? Maybe go into this daily order block, like I said, 338 billion. But overall, generally, right, this is going to be your last time to be buying coins, right? If you're still dollar cost averaging or you're just looking to be buying, generally speaking, this is it. Because once we start breaking past this zone of 440 billion market cap, right, this top rectangle box, we are going to be flying high, right? If I go on something like the weekly, and I pull it back all the way over here, right, we can see once we kind of get above this zone, we should be kind of in the clear, right? Especially once we start respecting it. Because the thing is, like I said, this is like a game of ping pong. So we ping ponged earlier this year, right? We had a massive rally. We ping ponged to this top over here, going off of this top. Then we sold off to pretty much this bottom over here. And then now we ping ponged off of this top, right? This top over here. And then now we retraced going off of this support over here. So it's just a game of ping pong. And when we look at the bigger move, right? When we look at the bigger move, let me just redraw this. Go up, down, right? What is the next move? It's going to be up, right? Since we already retested the tops earlier, right? For me, the next move is going to be breaking past these tops, of 440 billion to 480 billion, then a final small pullback to retest it officially on the top, and then we are going to be blasting off. And I expect this to be happening over the next few short weeks. We can see last cycle around, we officially pretty much exploded end of January, beginning of February, right? We can see January, we exploded, but we did not hold. If we look at the line over here, right? The line went up to 104 billion market cap at one point, went back down. Next week, we pushed further. And then pretty much after that, right? From the 8th to from the 8th to the 14th, we just went hard, right? We were just going hard. And then we see for a couple of weeks, couple months, we were going hard until altcoin season ended. Of course, this time around, we did have a bottom and then we created pretty much a double top or a higher high, which in terms of that, that is not promised this cycle. I do expect something like that to happen. Overall, right? I am going to draw it out more or less what I expect, right? Let's say we do get to like 1.2 trillion. If we do sell off, we probably will sell off a good amount. We won't retest off of these tops right away, but we are going to go to a relevant zone, right? Before we create another higher high. That is what I think is going to be the most likely. Some people think this is going to happen where we kind of just go up and down like this, have a top, and then just have a traditional type of crash like we have historically, other than last altcoin season. For me, it does not matter. I expect to try to time the first top based off the charts, right? Based off the charts. So for me, it's not going to be too relevant if it's going to be this type of pattern or if it's going to be, you know, like a double top or, even a higher high. Like it doesn't matter because the second point, whatever happens in this area is irrelevant for me. Okay. So if I was supposed to show you in terms of the market last time, I'm just looking for this. I am looking for this play over here. I do not care what happens after. If there's going to be a rebuying opportunity, I will probably take 15 to 20% of my profits, try to, reinvest somewhere in the bottoms, and then, make another good amount of money, right? That is how it is. So if I had 10K, let's say I turned it to 100K, I'm going to risk 20K to make another 100K. Because at that point, I would come out with double what I would have made initially. And worst case scenario, right? If I turn 10K to 100K, but then I lose the 20K, I still made 80K. So that is something I'm going to be doing, right? But overall, in terms of cashing out, I'm cashing out on the first leg, right? You guys can do what you want. I will tell people when I'm cashing out. I will be telling people when I think certain coins have topped. If you agree with what I say, then you can also sell. If not, all good. At the end of the day, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone here trying to help people. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.